Hi everyone, welcome to Infinite Women. I'm Allison, and today we're talking about Sierra Leonean activist, teacher, and fiction writer Adelaide Casely-Hayford. She advocated for the Creole community, cultural nationalism, feminism, and education for women and girls. She was a proponent of Pan-Africanism and feminist politics in the early 1900s, and opened a girls' vocational and training school in Freetown in 1923 to promote cultural and racial pride among Sierra Leoneans under British colonial rule. Born into an elite mixed-race family in Freetown while Sierra Leone was still occupied by the British, Casely-Hayford and her sisters grew up primarily in England, attending Jersey Ladies' College. She would go on to encourage parents to raise their children in Sierra Leone, with pride in their home country and cultural identity. Casely-Hayford traveled widely, which led to her interest in Pan-Africanist politics. In a 1905 speech, she advocated for the importance of African women in social and political advancement. She returned to Africa with her husband to the Gold Coast, which is now Ghana, in 1896. The marriage ended in 1914, at which point Casely-Hayford returned to Sierra Leone. The couple's daughter, Gladys May Casely-Hayford, would go on to become a teacher and artist and poet in her own right. Casely-Hayford joined the Ladies Division of the Freetown branch of the Universal Negro Improvement Association, or UNIA, which espoused racial pride and international cooperation to improve the lives of people of African descent around the world. She entwined this with feminism, challenging the male supremacy and advocating for women's rights in speeches and writing. Although she rose to the role of president, she resigned from the UNIA in 1920 over a conflict of interest between the organization and her proposed girls' school. Her activism included touring the United States to give lectures, correcting misconceptions about Africa. When it opened in 1923, her girls' vocational school was one of few educational opportunities for girls in the country, and it was even more unique for teaching girls African history and encouraged confidence, leadership skills, independent critical thinking, and financial independence. She also caused a stir in 1925 when she wore traditional African dress to a 1925 reception for the Prince of Wales. In her later years, Casely-Hayford wrote her memoirs and short stories, one of which, Mr. Courier, was included in Langston Hughes's African Treasury Articles, Essays, Stories, Poems in 1960. Join us next time on Infinite Women, and remember, well-behaved women rarely make history.